अविरल निर्मल सलिल सदय ज्ञान प्रदायिनी ज्योतिर्मय हो चहु दिशि उद्घोष अभय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय प्रबल प्रवाहमयी नित नूतन जीवनदायिनी सदा सनातन वेद प्रणीता परम पुनीता ये धारा अक्षय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय दयानंद से प्रेम भक्ति ले हंस राज से त्याग शक्ति ले धर्म भक्ति का राष्ट्र शक्ति का वो दिन मान उदय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय सुख समृद्धि इसकी लहरे प्रेम शांति इसके तट ठहरे सघन शांतिमय प्रबल क्रांतिमय लिए अटल निश्चय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय
With your permission, Principal Sir, can we begin with the court proceedings? Thank you, sir. DAV College Jalandhar has always been the front runner in shaping the careers of students by providing them with an excellent education, moral values, and various platforms to excel. In this regard, under the guidance of our Principal Sir, the institution's Innovation Council was constituted to cater the needs of students with innovative ideas of social relevance and thereby spreading a culture of entrepreneurship among the students. IIC always encourages, inspires and nurtures young students by supporting them to work with new ideas and transform them into prototypes while they are in the informative years. For today's workshop, Intellectual Property Rights, ICC has invited a learned resource person to discuss various aspects of intellectual property rights with all of us. Now, I request Dr. Naveen Sood, the coordinator of this workshop, to formally introduce and welcome today's resource person. Give a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Bhavna. Respected Principal Sir, all the members of IIC, my learned colleagues, and my young innovators sitting in front of me, my dear students. Good morning to all of you. The Institution's Innovation Council of the college has been organizing periodic workshops, seminars, interactions with entrepreneurs, investors and professionals, and thereby creating a mentor pool for student innovators. In the continuation of various activities performed by IAC, today we have organized a workshop on IPR for our young brains. If we go by the literal meaning of IPR, they are the rights given to the person over the creation of their minds. They give the creator an exclusive rights over the use of their creations. To have deep insight into the topic, today we have among us Dr. Vanita Khanna from Law Department, Guru Nanak Dev University Regional Campus, Jalandhar, who is an administrator, an author, an editor, a presenter, a teacher, a guide, a sports person, and whatnot. She has more than 17 years of rich teaching experience. She has done her PhD in the field of IPR on the topic, the socio-legal aspects of Indian patent laws with special reference to agrochemical products. She has been the principal investigator in a research project for the state of Punjab, Pro Bono Pan-India Research Project. She has more than 50 international and national publications in UGC Index and other reputed research journals. She has been the research guide for various PhD students. She has been invited as a resource person, as well as she has chaired various international and national conferences, seminars and workshops on IPR. She is the author and editor of Book of Intellectual Property Rights. She has been on the editorial board of various national and international journals. She is life member of Indian Red Cross Society, Punjab State, Lok Adalat Jalandhar Courts, and Institute Moot Court Committee. She also takes keen interest in sports. She is a national table tennis player. And this list goes on. So our resource person is a renowned scholar in her field with a mission of IPR awareness. Ma'am, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to today's workshop. I am sure it will be a great experience for our students to learn from a person of your caliber.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request our Honorable Principal, sir, to greet Dr. Vanita Khanna with a floral bouquet. Also, I request Dr. Naveen Sood, Dr. Rajiv Puri, Dr. Sanjeev Dhawan, Professor Manish Khanna, Professor Puneet Puri, Dr. Dinesh, Dr. Naveen, and all the members of IIT to accompany Principal, sir. हाँ जी, ताड़ियां बजाते रहिए। Always inspired us to dream more, learn more, and do more, and become more. You are really a true leader, sir. Now I request our worthy principal, sir, Dr. Rajesh Kumar, to address us all.
Thank you very much, Bhavna. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our resource person, Dr. Vanita Khanna, from Guru Nanak Dev Regional Campus, Jalandhar. And we are doubly blessed today because her father, Mr. Vinod Khanna, is also with us. Please give him a big round of applause. The members of IAC, convener, the coordinator of this present activity, other members, and very dear students. It's really a great honor for me to welcome Dr. Vanita Khanna for this very important workshop on intellectual property rights, about which Bhavna and Dr. Sood, they have thrown a little bit of light. Though this is not my topic, because this is, I always feel that patents and IPRs, they're highly technical things, and they have been brought into academic fold recently, but they have become very popular and they have gained currency, and there is full-fledged branch of knowledge relating to IPRs. I want to share with our resource person today that DAV College Jalandhar is really a name to reckon with. It is 105 years old heritage college established in the year 1918. And at that time, there were not many educational institutions, and our alumni, they are spread far and wide in the world, occupying many top positions, and they have brought laurels to their alma mater. The college is Heritage College, the known and established name in the region, and we are all proud to have been associated with DAV College Jalandhar in general, and this DAV College Managing Committee or DAV movement in particular. DAV movement, which started in the year 1886, when the first DAV school was established at Lahore. Then that school was elevated to the college, So starting from that journey, we are touching almost 1,000 institutions all over India. That's a big, big achievement. The college has established Institutions Innovation Council. This is a very ambitious project of Ministry of Education, Government of India, under which the colleges and universities, they have been asked to establish this cell in their institutions, under which a variety of activities are organized, and many of these activities are aimed at inculcating a spirit of innovation, a spirit of making something new. Because when we talk about intellectual property, so property can be movable property, it can be immovable property, but all these properties have been created by the intellect of man. So that's why whatsoever is created by man's brain, any idea, any innovation, any new thing created by any person, that becomes that person's intellectual property. And the person has very right to get it protected so that it is not copied, it is not stolen, it is not misused, so that becomes the right of that person. There are laws governing that if you steal the idea of someone, that is punishable under law of land. So ma'am will be telling more about these things. But one thing I want to tell you, that everything that has been created, it may be a toy, it may be a domestic product, it may be some other you can say protocol developed, it may be a software, it may be a logo, it may be a trademark, it may be insignia. Anything that you find that is patented, that comes under intellectual property right, and that is exclusive right of that institution or that body to use, and if somebody else uses that, so that becomes punishable under the law. For example, you see the logo of Punjab National Bank, it's different from HDFC Bank. It's different from SBI Bank. So that logos they are using, the insignia of Government of India, the emblem of Government of India, that can be used only by Indian government or Indian government officials. That cannot be used by any other country. So that means everything that you see, any product that you use, so they have been either patented, and they are the creation of the minds of different people, that comes under the category of intellectual property rights. So this and much more about these things, the nitty-gritty of this IPR, the more ideas, how it works, this workshop has been organized. So I'm very sure that our resource person, who is very learned scholar in law with specialization in IPRs, she is going to throw light, and our students will be enlightened on this issue, our teachers will be enlightened on this issue, and maybe some of you, they get interested in IPR and choose this as your career. So I once again welcome our resource person and Mr. Khanna here in the college, who is a practicing lawyer after completing his tenure in Air Force and Electricity Board. So he's a lawyer of service matters, dealing with the central government and armed forces service matters. So I welcome you, sir, here in the college. Maybe it's your maiden visit to the college. So DOV College Jalandhar accords a very hearty welcome to its guest speaker and Mr. Khanna. Thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Without your support, such type of workshops are impossible. Now, I request today's resource person, Dr. Vanita Khanna, to kindly come to the dais and share her knowledge. Welcome, ma'am.
Good morning, all. Dr. Rajesh, Dr. Naveen, Dr. Puri, my beloved father, I really thank you all for giving me an opportunity to be here, to be a part of IIC. And here I am observing that IP is everywhere. Sir, I'm really grateful to you to give me a platform to interact with these super brains, because these are going to be the future scientists, future engineers, future architects. So I am really surprised to see that how these students, they have realized the importance of their ideas, they have collected together, they have planned an IIC with your or under your guidance, under your leadership, and how they recognized at this age that what is the power of idea. So before I begin with the topic, from the name Bhavna, I recollected a story that how we realized that IPR is very important, because before 2005, this was not recognized as a subject. We never recognized that how powerful our ideas are, because surgeries begin in India, medicines were invented in India, the digit zero was invented in India, but our Rishi Munis, they never claimed any patent, any ownership right. So it started after the British era. When they came to India, they recognized that how powerful our flora, fauna is, how powerful our intellect is, and then this came into being, the Patent Act, the IPR laws, they came into being, but after independence, we give it a different form from the social point of view. So I'll be starting with the topic by a recent activity that happened and by a story which came to my mind from the name Bhavna. There was a girl in Delhi, her name was Bhavna. She was running a beauty parlor, and in her beauty parlor she was using a product. The product was a cream which had a main ingredient, that is turmeric. Any of you know what is turmeric? Yes. All of you know. But to your surprise, the Western people, or especially the University of Mississippi, never know that what is turmeric. Do you know the uses of turmeric?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone who can answer me that what are the uses of turmeric?
Used in cooking.
Use in cooking, very right.
Good for health.
It's very good for health.
Good for skin.
स्किन्स के लिए भी अप्लाई
That's-
होता है
Skin लिए बहुत अच्छा है. So all of you who are answering, I have a bundle of a few gifts for you. So it was a rainy season, I couldn't collect more chocolates, but something resembling chocolates are there, because you are actually full of power of the ideas. Any other use of turmeric?
Good antiseptic.
Very right. So our kids know that it is a good antiseptic, it is having medicinal powers, but to your surprise, University of Mississippi and the Western countries, they didn't know that. And they thought that by making a medicine from the ingredient of turmeric, they have made a new invention. So University of Mississippi in 1980 or before that, they got patent on turmeric. Then they got patent on Karela, having the same use. And then they got patent on neem, the leaves of neem. And we never knew that. But the girl Bhavna, she started formulating a cream, and that cream was using the ingredient turmeric, and that cream was very much useful for people. And she started exporting that cream, and one day when she exported it to USA, then the university and the custom officers, they confiscated that particular bundle or that particular export items, and they confiscated on the ground that she has violated the patent that was granted to University of Mississippi on the ingredient turmeric, and they cannot use it without the consent of University of Mississippi and US government. That means that they will charge us the amount, the royalty for using it. We need to take consent for using turmeric, because ਸਾਡੇ parents ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਗਰ ਸੱਟ ਲੱਗ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਦੁੱਧ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਲਦੀ ਪਾਓ and take it and you will be fine. Okay? But they developed it as a medicine, they got the patent, we were using it here. Bhavna, she exported the cream, they came to know that the ingredient is used there, and they charged her. When Indian government came to know about it, they filed a suit in WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, and we got their patent revoked, we got their patent cancelled. Now, what were the reasons of cancelling it? That is given, and that I'll be discussing. One of the reasons was the patent is granted only if your invention is new. It is having the element of novelty. Okay? If your invention is not new, it is known to some other person, it is known to the people. So Indian government ने क्या कि इंडिया ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ छोटे बच्चे तो भी कुछ लोग हल्दी की है वो ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਦੇਣਗੇ और ਉਹਦੇ फायदे भी ਦੱਸ देंगे. So they said no, we want evidence. And in India or in the whole world, evidence is given only in two forms. One is oral evidence, that is through witness, and another is documentary evidence. So this document, what we made available to United States Patent and Trademark Office, that was our Granth, our Rigved, where it was written that turmeric is something which is having medicinal value and it is used for medicinal purpose. On the basis of those grants which are available on Google also, we got their patent on turmeric, on Karela, on other things like basmati and many other flora and fauna which we have in India. So we got it revoked, we got it cancelled. So that shows to you, to us and to Indian government also that how powerful our ideas are, how powerful our traditional knowledge is, our geographical indications are, how powerful our biotechnology is. So no one should have the right to take it from India, to take it from eastern country to western country and use it as their own. They cannot name it. Another incident which is giving you or which is highlighting the importance of IPR, recently India or Indian government, they signed an agreement with Taiwan. You know what is Taiwan? If you know the historical background, Taiwan, presently it is not a country. It is not given status of a country. China claimed, the mainland of China claimed that Taiwan is their territory, and Taiwan, which is a very little island, they claim that it is, the mainland is a part of Taiwan and they are in conflict with each other. And as an Indian, Indian government has signed a one China policy with Chinese government which claims, जिधे विच उन्होंने लिखा है कि we consider Taiwan as a part of China, असी Taiwan नाल कोई relation नहीं रखांगे. So that was an agreement that was signed by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and that particular agreement shows that we cannot have any kind of treaty signed, any kind of trade relation with Taiwan, but the IPR of Taiwan is very much developed. One of the ingredients, you all are having that ingredient presently, your mobile SIM. Okay, have you seen the SIM card?
Yes, ma'am.
What it has? It has a kind of integrated circuits. So those circuits, China is exporting 60% of the world semiconductors, integrated circuits. So how important China is? अगर ये SIM cards ना हों, semi-circuit or integrated circuits ना हों, what would be our lives? But they are exporting it. So Indian government says that Chinese government is exporting these particular technologies at a very high rate. And we cannot afford to buy it at a very high rate. On the other hand, Taiwan is supplying it at a very low rate. Why not to sign agreement with Taiwan? Forget about the policy which the Congress government or which the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru signed, that is one China policy. So we are not recognizing Taiwan as a country, but still we are having a relationship that is bilateral relationship with this particular island just for their IPR. Intellect ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇੰਨਾ strong ਹੈ, ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਿਹਾ island ਪੂਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ chips ਦੇ ਰਿਹਾ ਜਿਸ chip ਦੇ ਬਿਨਾ ਸਾਡੀ life ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲ ਸਕਦੀ. You cannot operate your mobile phone, you cannot operate your computers, you cannot operate your cars, your automatic cars, automatic aeroplanes, you cannot do anything. Robots operate नहीं ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ. So in near future, human being भी operate नहीं ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ chip ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਚੱਲਣ ਲਈ ਫਿਰਨ ਲਈ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, because we are very lazy, ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ, ਐਕਸਰਸਾਈਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ. So there will be some chip ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਰੋਜ਼ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਉਠਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੀ ਐਕਸਰਸਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰੇਗੀ. Today you will laugh at it, but in near future, if this idea became a reality, that will be an invention and that will be rewarded by the whole world by granting patent. So coming to the topic of the day, that is intellectual property rights and IP management for startups. Intellectual property right, as Dr. Rajiv, he has already explained everything about it, so I'll be trying to be more competent because he has already cleared the concept that your ideas and IPR, these are something which is very important for innovations. IPR, intellectual property right, it is made up of 3 words. One is intellect, another is property, and third is rights. So this is a law which protects your rights only if you are aware about your rights. It protects your rights which is granted to you in the property that you create by applying your intellect. Ideas are everywhere. If I give you an example of this phone, presently this phone has lakh of IPRs. मैं 4-5 ही दसांगी तुहानू. Can you see the logo?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a branch of IPR. किदा logo है?
Apple.
Apple. And Apple is a company.
Yes, ma'am.
It has got registered this logo in its name. I cannot use this logo, and that is their trademark.
Yes.
Okay. Do you like the design of this phone? That is another IPR. And that is protected under Industrial Design Act for its novel design. ठीक है? तुसी मार्केट च जांदे हो, कोई सूट लैन जांदे हो, की चीज तुहानू अट्रैक्ट करदी है? The design. If that design is unique, you are ready to pay as much as asked from you. तुसी कोई भी कीमत देनी शुरू कर दोगे, भाई नू यही कहोगे कि मेरा सूट किसी नाल मिलता जुलता नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be very different. For that different, for creating that distinction and difference, you are ready to pay whatever amount that is making IPR very strong. Can you see the touch screen technology? Okay, all are having touch screen technology. What is that? That is patented. 5G technology की है, invention है. That is patented. You can hear as many songs as you want. जितने मर्जी गाने सुन सकते हो. That is copyrighted. So today my purpose is to make assured that you know the difference between that what can be patented, what can be used as a trademark, what can be registered as a copyright, what can be registered as industrial design, what can be registered as layout design, what is GI. So general and common people, a layman man thinks that everything which is an IPR can be registered under patent law. But this is not reality. IPR is a big tree which is having lots of branches, and my purpose of today's workshop is to make it clear, to give you a thin line difference between what is patent, what is trademark, what can be copyrighted, what is design, what is layout design, what is GI, and at the end, the first part of the workshop and the last part of the workshop, these are related. At the end, I have just planned a quiz with few surprises that whether you understood that what is the difference. अगर कोई भी तुहाडे कोल आंदा है और कहंदा है कि इस ट्रेडमार्क लोगो नु पेटेंट करवा दियो, you must answer that it cannot be patented. It can be registered under trademark law. So beginning with the slide, how can I change it? The first slide, please. So in the first slide, I'll be talking about the branches of IPR. There are probably 8 branches of IPR. The first is patent, then copyright, trademark, trade secrets, geographical indications, layout design, plant varieties, and various others. The next slide, please. So coming to the first thing, patent, as I told you that we will become very lazy, that we need to hire a robot for exercising. So सुबह सुबह ਅਸੀਂ सो रहे होंगे, साड़ी नींद खराब नहीं होगी, पर साड़ा robot सानू exercise करा देगा और जब उठांगे, we'll be having 6 packs. So what is patent? Patent has been taken from the word patene. That is a Latin word. Most of the law has come from Latin and Greek language. So patene is mean to open. So whenever you are opening up the world with anything having new elements, anything which is new, which has never been heard before, ऐसी चीज जिहड़ी दुनिया ने आज तो पहला सुनी ही नहीं, आज तो 100 साल पहला no one heard that there will be an instrument that is known as mobile phone, from which we can click picture also, from using which we can call to a person who is at the other side of the world. We can see him, we can talk to him. So various features will be there available in the same phone. और हो सकता है future ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ cooking भी कर दे, dressing भी कर दे, ठीक है, बहुत सारे काम सिर्फ छोटा जिहा phone कर दे. This is This can be a possibility with the help of young brains who want convenience for the life. But who is granted patent? All the inventions are not granted patent. Patent is granted for certain inventions. It is granted for inventions only. Inventions in the field of science, in the field of technology, as I gave you the example that this phone has a technology that is 5G technology. That is patented only. That can be registered under patent law only. That cannot be registered under trademark or copyright law, but patent de which you know register karange. Why? Because it is related to science, it is related to technology, it is giving the world something new. It is having the element of novelty. कोई नवी चीज है आज तो पहले दुनिया ने सुनी ही नहीं, ठीक है? Then it is having the element of non-obviousness.